Good morning and welcome to This Week with Pastor Dino. I'm Dino and I'm so glad you're joining us here at First Presbyterian Church of Bradenton, where we are cultivating hearts for Jesus from the heart of downtown. It's been a great week as we're getting things back to opened up in a little bit more sense of normalcy. And as we started a new sermon series called Blessed Church, I'll talk about that more in just a moment. I want to start us off with a devotional today from our worship from Ephesians chapter 4 that says this: Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were called. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. On Sunday, we talked about this idea that being a blessed people means that we are called and set apart by God. It has nothing to do with what we have. It has to do with being called by God into this community, into this life where we follow Jesus, and then us responding by the way we live our lives. So one of the ways that as the church we do that is by unifying and allowing divisions to fall down. We talked about, there's neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, and that those are huge chasms of division back in that day. Even in the church today, in every church, we've got little bits of division, we've got little bits of conflict that we have to overcome. But God calls us to a spirit of unity as one body, each one of us having a part to play, each one of us having importance, and each one of us having a role to play in bringing the gospel to the community around us and to the world in need. So let's keep that in mind, that each one of us was called to this life and that we need to work on living that out. Thanks be to God. This week, the church office is open all week long to serve you. So however we can do that, give us a call, shoot us an email at office@firstpresbradenton.com and let us know how we can be available to you. We kicked off a new sermon series called Blessed Church. And I'll tell you right now, it has nothing to do with what we have. It has nothing to do with wealth, materialism, anything like that. It has to do with being set apart by God as a holy, consecrated people, and then living our lives in response to that so that we can be a blessing in the name of the gospel to the world around us. I'm really excited about this series. It's going to carry us through to Advent and really shape us well for celebrating the coming of Christ into our world. So stay tuned and come join us for worship. Speaking of worship, we are back to having both worship services open at 9 and 11 o'clock. 9 o'clock, of course, is our informal worship, and 11 o'clock in the sanctuary with our traditional service. Now, 9 o'clock has been closed for a little bit longer. We opened the 11 o'clock first, but check out what our 9 o'clock service looks like in this quick glimpse in our newly renovated worship center. For everybody who was there, it was an awesome experience, and come hang out, come check it out. We've got nursery care available. We've got a lot of cool things going on in that community. We take prayer requests. We want to get to know each other and really be a family there. So come hang out with us at 9 o'clock or at 11 o'clock on Sunday mornings. One of the things we really value here at First Presbyterian Church of Bradenton is our mission partnerships. We partner with various organizations around town and throughout the world. We provide them with resources, with people, with volunteer hours, with opportunities to share their ministry with our church. And today we want to focus on a local ministry we support called CareNet Minnesota. CareNet is a pregnancy center, and pretty soon, over the next few weeks of the show, you'll be hearing directly from CareNet's CEO. But this week, we wanted to give you a little teaser video to show you the kind of impact CareNet has on the lives of people here in Bradenton, Sarasota. Check it out.
When I first came to Minnesota, CareNet Minnesota, they were so welcoming and friendly, and it was a great vibe. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant and they're gonna like look down on me. Cause sometimes some people, they kind of have, they don't welcome you with open arms. I would say that. And the staff, that they welcomed me with open arms, and they were so friendly, and they made me get to know them, and I got to know them well. And it wasn't like I was just a number. It felt like I was like at home, and they were my friends, they were my family. They made me feel so welcome, and that was my experience with when I first came here. They made me feel so welcome, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really like this. I really like this place. It's really nice. And they helped me a lot because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what steps to do, who to call. So actually they helped me fax my paperwork when I first came out and found out that I was pregnant. They faxed my paperwork in for Medicaid. They even gave me the numbers and everything like that to call the doctor. So actually it worked out well, and they were very informative of who's in the community and who's well known and everything like that. So it worked out perfect. You can come to this program feeling warm, welcome, and they give you everything that you need. And it's very great and beneficial to you. Sometimes you may think because you're coming here for 1 hour or 2, you could be doing something different, but at the end of the day, it's very rewarding, and you will benefit from the program. As in for videos that they teach you, to free items that you may need throughout your course of pregnant, even while your child is born and going through the stages. So you will benefit from this program very much so.
Again, just a fantastic ministry, fantastic folks, and we are excited to be in partnership with them and to tell you a bit more about them over the next couple of weeks here on The Morning Show. In terms of online programming this week, we've got breakfast and Bible study on Saturday morning. That's happening at 10 o'clock online only over Zoom. Go to bradenton.church/Zoom to find out how you can connect with that class. And again, we have worship at 9 and 11 on Sunday. We're still masking and social distancing for the time being. We want to make sure this COVID spike gets way behind us, and we look forward to getting all back together and, again, establishing a little sense of normalcy in the upcoming weeks and months. Let's keep in mind that each one of us is called to be a part of this body. That's what Ephesians 4 reminds us of. We're called to unity of the Spirit. We are called into this body. We are called to serve a broken world in need in Christ's name and bring the gospel forth in word and deed. So that's our goal. That's what we're going to be talking about. I hope you can think about what it means for you to be blessed as we go into this series and these upcoming weeks. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I look forward to seeing you next time on This Week with Pastor Dino. Bye-bye.